Oil opened the session with a sharp decline. The quotes dropped by 4%. The energy market may end the week in the negative territory again. The ruble was affected by the news from the US. The external background is putting downward pressure on the Russian currency, forcing traders to sell it. Donald Trump wrote on Twitter that he had tested positive for the coronavirus. This announcement sparked an immediate drop in the oil market. Oil prices extended weakness on Friday after plummeting by more than 3% in the previous trading session. In the early session, Brent crude oil futures for December fell by almost 3%. The quote went below $40 per barrel. US crude oil suffered similar losses. WTI crude oil futures for November were $37.60 per barrel. Trump's announcement of his positive COVID-19 test comes just a month before the presidential elections. Since the head of state and the First Lady began their quarantine, his election campaign cancelled the planned pre-election events. Market players have already mulled over this news and have drawn preliminary conclusions. Trump's infection could help his opponent Joe Biden win. Meanwhile, oil prices started to decline even before the American leader's announcement. This stems from the fact that Democrats and Republicans have failed to reach an agreement on a new stimulus package. In addition, investors are still concerned about demand, although oil supply in the US is decreasing. Obviously, investors do not want to take risks today. Thus, bears may attempt to drag the quotes to their new weekly lows. If Brent falls below $39, the sell-off is likely to become massive. In the short term, the quote may reach the area of $36. Yesterday, the dollar-ruble pair continued losing ground amid an increase in the volume of foreign exchange interventions by the central bank. The ruble has every chance to test the level of 76 per dollar. However, against this external background, such a scenario is unlikely. The greenback started its Friday session against the Russian currency with gains, adding more than 1%. The pair is likely to enter the area of 79 again. The ruble is expected to extend weakness during the trading session. Nevertheless, the resistance of 80 rubles per dollar will hardly be broken. The drop in oil prices and foreign sides will most likely put pressure on risky assets. In general, the dollar-ruble pair is expected to trade in the range of 77-78 rubles per dollar. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.